Hello and welcome to Yoga Demystified. I'm Angie, and today I'm going to talk about a proper position for any time you're sitting on the floor, meditation, pranayama, breathing, and a little bit of work with the breath for both that meditation and for your yoga practice. So first thing is, when you're sitting on the floor, it can be really helpful to sit up on supports of some kind, whether that be a blanket or a pillow or even blocks. Today I'm sitting up on my meditation cushion. What you want to watch for when you're sitting on the floor are two main points. First of all, your knees. If your knees are up higher than your hips, it's a real good cue that you need to be sitting up on some kind of support. Often that comes from really tight hips. The other thing that can happen is that people sit on the floor directly and then they start to have the sway back action. You want your lumbar spine, that's your low back, to gently draw in when you're sitting on the floor, and that keeps the muscles back there protected and the spaces between the vertebrae protected. So sitting up on those cushions helps to keep the knees lower than the hip points and to keep the lumbar curve in your spine. And even if you're pretty flexible, practicing a long time, it can still be really helpful to sit up on that support to encourage that proper alignment in the spine. You want to make sure the spine is lengthening, shoulders dropping down the back. Once you have that support from the floor, then we can work on meditation and breathing practices. So first thing we'll talk about is three-part breath. So easy thing to do is to bring hands to your stomach, and as you breathe, you'll feel the movement of the diaphragm. As you inhale, the diaphragm moves out, creating more space for the breath, and as you exhale, the diaphragm draws in. Then you can switch hands to your side ribs, and you'll feel what we call lateral expansion. So lateral means the outer sides of the body. You'll feel the ribs extending out towards the hands on the inhale, and then as you exhale, they draw gently away from the hands. Then you can take one hand to the top of your chest, sternum bone, collarbones, and as you breathe in, you still feel the diaphragm moving, you still feel the ribs expanding, and then you complete the breath by allowing that movement to come all the way to the top of the chest. You feel that little lift at the front of the heart space. And so once you have that, you can move on to Ujjayi breath. Ujjayi translates into victorious breath. Sometimes it's also called the ocean wave sound because the sound of your breathing mimics the sound of the ocean. In Ujjayi breath, we constrict the muscles at the back of the throat. It's called the glottis muscle at the back of your throat. And how you can learn that is to take the action of fogging up a mirror. So if you pretend your hand is a mirror and you act as though you want to create a film across that mirror, you open your mouth and you say the sound. And that's both on inhalation and exhalation. You'll feel the heat of your breath on your hand in that way. And then once you have that action, you release the hand down, you close the mouth, and you continue the breath. So that same action you used when fogging the mirror is happening now, even though the mouth is closed. And so you continue that action, breathing in and out, continuing the expansion of three parts of the torso, and breathing in that way. You may not be able to hear the sound of my breath in this video, but you'll be able to hear it when you're doing it on your own. And I hope that that helps you with the Ujjayi breath, which you can use in your meditation and also in your yoga practice in all the poses, especially very challenging poses. For more information on yoga classes, Reiki classes, Kirtan, Ayurveda, and even art, check out www.shaktiyoganh.com. I hope to see you there. Namaste.